Hello everybody, this is Jeff at etrailer.com. Today we're going to take a look at the Triangle 235/75R17.5 radial tire in a load range J, and it's mounted on a 17.5-inch modular design steel trailer wheel with an offset and has an 8 on 6.5-inch bolt pattern. Now this tire and wheel assembly is designed for use on heavy-duty trailers with disc brakes. The wheel itself is a heavy-duty wheel. It's sturdy steel construction, and this one is an 8-hole modular design. You can see the 8 round holes all the way around. It has excellent corrosion resistance, uses a silver powder coat finish over an E-coat primer. Now the wheel is a hub piloted wheel, has a pilot hole right here, diameter of 4.76 inches, and it will center exactly on the hub. And because of that reason it centers on the hub, the lug holes aren't chamfered or beveled, because you don't need the lugs to center it. So basically this will require the use of 5/8 inch by 18 size flange nuts for installation. Those are reduced self-separate on our website, goes by part number of 95188. Now this wheel does have a 1/2 inch negative offset, and that ensures that the wheel is positioned away from the trailer frame. The offset on a wheel, in other words the mounting surface where this mounts onto the hub, if it's right at center line, that's 0 starting point. If the wheel mounting surface would move towards the trailer, that's a negative offset, and that's what this has, is a 1/2 inch negative offset. So it does move this away from the trailer frame. The reason they put an offset of 1/2 inch on this, it'll normally give clearance for trailers with disc brakes. The diameter of the wheel itself is 17.5 inches. The width on the wheel, 6 3/4 inches. The bolt pattern on this wheel is an 8 on 6.5 inch bolt pattern. And if you want to measure that, it's pretty easy on a wheel with an even number of lugs, and that's because the lug holes, you can see, are directly across from each other. So you just pick any hole, let's say this one, measure from the center of this hole directly across to the center of the hole right across from it. So on this wheel it'll measure 6.5 inches. That means it's an 8 on 6.5 inch bolt pattern. Weight capacity on just the wheel is 6,005 pounds. The tire that's mounted on this is a radial tire. It is constructed with all steel belts to enhance durability, help extend the tread life, and it's a radial tire, so it is great for highway use. Now the tire size, which will be stamped on the sidewall, 235/75R17.5. The R means it's a radial tire. Section width, 9.3 inches. Overall diameter from the bottom to the top when it's inflated, it's 31.4 inches. And we mentioned this is a load range J, which means it's an 18 ply rated tire. So the maximum load capacity on this is 6,005 pounds at 125 PSI. And the last thing I did want to mention is they are coming through with speed ratings on them now. And the speed rating is stamped on the sidewall, but it's in a letter designation. And where it's at is, if you go, we just went over the size. If you look over here, there's 2 numbers for the load index, and then you'll see the letter J stamped there. Speed rating J will mean that this has a 62 mile/hour speed rating. But that's going to do it for a look at this Triangle 235/75R17.5 radial tire in a load range J, mounted on this 17.5 inch modular design steel trailer wheel with the offset and an 8 on 6.5 inch bolt pattern.